The next item on the agenda is item 13, Lyttelton Mount Herbert Community Board. Welcome, Paula Smith.
Morena councillors, just two reports today, and the one issue that I want to highlight is just an oblique reference on page 75 to the head-to-head walkway, which has been a project of the community board for a long time. And I'm aware that you councillors may not be familiar with it, so there is an information sheet in your interest. And the community board has established a working party with community representatives and the board members to make progress on this.
Great. Fabulous. So I'm assuming that Councillor Turner will move the report and it will be seconded by Ellie Jones, and now we'll open it up for questions. The two reports, so for Lyttelton Mount Herbert. Has anyone got any questions? Andrew, did you have?
I'll just make a very brief comment, if I can, on the head-to-head walkway. As Paula quite rightly says, this is an issue which has been on the board's table and which has been a community aspiration for a very, very long time, a number of years. And it's a recreation project. And it's certainly also an economic recovery project. There's plenty of opportunity for small businesses right the way around the harbour to benefit from what would be an amazing recreational opportunity. I certainly see this as a metropolitan project rather than a local project, and we're actually going up tomorrow morning as a walking group to have a look at aspects of the walkway where access could be gained and so on. So there's a lot of work actually going on in the community to work out ways that we can best deliver this project. So yeah, a very live issue and has been for some time.
Yeah. Yanni Johansson?
I just wonder whether, in terms of getting progress on it, that we should actually be asking for a full report into the head-to-head walkway to the community committee in terms of sports and recreation. I know this has been raised a number of times, and there's been some money through the endowment fund that was put in towards it, but is that something the local community board?
I'm wondering if you can let the head-to-head working party get up and running, and then perhaps we could come and talk to the community committee about how we're getting on. Maybe we could have a
joint meeting about making some recommendations to council. I'm just keen not...
There's currently 30,000 in this year's budget for some work to start.
Yeah, so when is the working party likely to conclude its work?
We've had one meeting, and it's likely to be an ongoing thing because the head-to-head walkway is not going to be something that happens even in one council term. It's going to, a long-term project. I mean, if you read there, it relies on land development and stuff to make final progress.
I think the critical thing for me is the strategic land purchase and to understand what our staff are doing in regards to achieving the possibility. So if you look on page 75,
that would actually be really helpful.
So
I can report that the Camp Bay farm has changed hands. That's a really great development because the new owners are supportive of the head-to-head walkway concept. They are looking to develop a horse trekking business which works in well with what we're trying to achieve, and that's one of the best parts of what will be the future walkway going right out to Adelaide Head. But the Maupuku Peninsula, which is the last undeveloped peninsula in the Lyttelton Harbour, that one, I don't know what's happened about that, I haven't heard.
So I think you're getting the impression that there's considerable support for this around the table, and whatever we can do to assist in that process. You know, you've had an offer from the community committee to work in conjunction with them. So I think that as soon as your committees or group is in a position to report to,
we would like to make a presentation to the community committee and maybe even to full council. I think that was the plan.
Yeah, I guess what I'm trying to signal is that there's a strategic land purchase fund that we have. There's opportunities that will be lost if we're not at a management level have people looking at where these opportunities come up and respond quite quickly.
Okay. So well, perhaps if
that something maybe we could have in the next chief executive's update?
I was just going to say that we'll get that in the next chief executive's report around strategic land purchase to support,
particularly the Maupuku Peninsula.
Yeah. All right, so we've had it moved and seconded that the 2 reports be received. I'll put the motion. All those in favour say aye. Those opposed say no. Carried. Thank you very much, Paula.
Thank you.
And now we have